What's up, dudes? My name is B-Ram Belmont, and this is going to be a tutorial for Castlevania Rondo of Blood Any. I am the current world record holder for this game, and I've been getting a lot of people asking for me to make a tutorial because this category is very hard to just come into. The Maria only category tends to be a lot more popular because of its accessibility, and it's a lot easier to pick up and learn. So I thought maybe if I could make a tutorial that would teach my strats and maybe some easier strats to start with, that maybe would draw more people to run this category, because it's a fantastic game. The category is amazing, and I'd really like to see more people come into it. So yeah, we're going to get right into it. First off, I will be doing this on emulator, so I can use save states to show off different things. The available ways to run this game are on emulator using BizHawk or RetroArch to emulate the original PC Engine version. You can run it on Wii Virtual Console, PSP, and PlayStation 4. The original hardware using the PC Engine is hands down the slowest version because of horrible load times, just because of what it is. Emulator is next. Then would be the Wii Virtual Console, which was the preferred method for a long time. And just recently, we started running the PS4 version, which has almost no lag and is hands down the fastest way to play this game now. But yeah, we're going to be using emulator just so I can use save states to show things. For starters, I'm going to teach you how to start a new game without having to view the initial cutscene. Similar to Super Metroid runs. All runs for this category have to start from a fresh file. However, that doesn't mean you have to start a new game and watch the cutscene every single time. And I'm going to show you what I do to avoid that. So there we go. We created a file. Now we're going to start that file. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let the initial cutscene go, and then we're going to reset back to the title. Also, if you are looking to pick this game up, then welcome to the most amazing Castlevania soundtrack in existence. The music in this game is phenomenal, and it makes running it very much enjoyable. You can see Richter getting all strapped up, getting ready to hunt some Draculas. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, now that the cutscene's over, as soon as the stage starts, we can reset. Excuse me. Now you'll see we still have this file. It's at 0%. Nothing's been completed on it. However, if I start a game on this file now, I will not have to watch the cutscene again. So what we do is we make a copy of this. Oops, wrong one. There you go. And then every time you need to start a new run, you'll just delete the one that you failed your run on or finished your run on, and you'll copy your blank, the one you have here. And bam, there you go. Okay, but to start, I'm going to go over the buttons and some basic movement and information. And to do that, we're going to go to Stage 6, just because it's got a nice long hallway for me to demonstrate stuff. Okay, so like most Castlevanias, you got your whip, you got your jump. Up plus B throws your up plus whip throws your sub weapon. Some other changes though. Of course, you have your forward and back jump. You could also change which way you're facing midair and whip the other direction. As well as that, you can neutral jump and then hold a direction to move in that direction. So I could jump straight up and hold right, and I move forward slightly, or backwards slightly. And this will come into play in certain situations, because you don't want to jump like this, and sometimes you just want a little jump. So neutral jump and then hold a direction. And you can also attack like that. Outside of that, you can hold the direction you're whipping while you whip, and if you do it correctly, it extends how far you're whipping. So just a little... I don't really feel like that comes into play in the run very much, but it's something to take note of. Let's see. Stairs. You can jump on stairs, you can jump off stairs. You can drop down off stairs. So you're not glued to stairs all the time like in other Castlevanias, which is incredibly nice. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. In certain situations, you can actually hold a diagonal, like diagonal up forward or up back, and you will get a longer jump. It doesn't seem to work on all stairs, but there are some situations in the run where it does come into play, and I will show you those situations when we get there. Next, we have Moonwalking. If you hold down your whip button, you can walk backwards, which is extremely important for this run. Without holding that down, you'll just, like normal, change direction which way you're walking. If you hold the whip button down, you can walk backwards. Backflipping. This is important. Moonwalking and backflipping is basically the name of this game. If you double tap the jump button, you'll get a backflip. Now, this is just me hitting the jump button as fast as possible. You see Richter's body about touches the bottom of those green blocks above him. It's also worth noting, because it comes into play during the run, that you could delay your backflip longer than that. If you max delay, you can see I'm up above the top of the blocks now. And there are certain situations that will call for that. If you delay too long, though, you see what happens there. You don't get nothing. So it's something you'll have to practice. Regular backflip, max delay backflip. It's at least a whole block height higher, and it will come into play, especially for an important skip during Stage 7. The last thing as far as movement goes is whip canceling your backflips, which is important. So this is what you're going to want to practice and really get down to do this run. We're going to hold the whip button down so we can moonwalk. While walking backwards, we're going to double tap jump to do a backflip, but then we're going to whip before we land, because if we don't, we get that slide, and it wastes frames, and it makes it a lot slower. But if we whip, you can keep going. So what you want to do is, while walking backwards, you're going to double tap your jump, and then you're going to whip to land, but you're going to hold the whip button down when you whip. That way you can continue walking backwards, because if you don't, you'll turn the other way. So you're going to hold the whip button, double tap jump, whip. So that's the key. That's a big key to running this category. Hold the whip button down, walk backwards, double tap, hold whip, double tap, hold whip, double tap, hold whip, double tap, hold whip, double tap, hold whip. Practice it, learn it, love it. Makes this the most swag Castlevania run you'll ever see, so it's a lot of fun. Just a couple more things to touch on before we actually get into the first stage. Double shot in this game. It's different from normal Castlevania games, and it depends on your heart count. And it's actually different for each weapon as well. Your heart count is what determines if you have a double shot. Now, for this run, the only time it comes into play is with the axe, and you need 21 or more hearts in order to throw more than one axe on the screen. I'm not going to be able to collect I got 21 right now, but you can see I can throw 2 axes on screen. Now I'm at 19. I can only throw 1. But yeah, you could look it up if you want, but it's different. It's a different amount for each of the sub-weapons. And the only sub-weapons we use in this run, really, are the axe and the Bible. In the Bible, it doesn't matter. You can only have 1 on screen no matter what. We also use the Holy Water in Stage 1, but again, it doesn't matter because we're using the Holy Water just for an item crash. Which brings me to our next discussion, the item crash. Let's see. Probably not going to be able to do it. No, I don't have enough hearts, but that's okay. As far as item... Oh, yeah, I do. I have 10. So this is an item crash. For the axe, it costs 10 hearts. Also, for the knife and the Bible, it's also 10 hearts. The cross item crash is 15. The holy water item crash is 20 hearts. The stopwatch item crash is 30. It's also worth noting that if you have no sub-weapon and your hearts are flashing, then you could do an item crash with a flame whip. But, again... unless you're using it as like a help me get out of jail card, the only time we use an item crash is during stage 1 with the holy water. And I think that's about it, so let's get into learning the stages. So what we have up first is the... Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, there we go. What we have up first is a prologue stage, and it's pretty well known, especially if you watch my channel, because it's literally where my emote came from, because Death will say Holy Gonzo at the end. But in general, it's just a very iconic stage. It's very cool looking, and we get to fight Death on a moving horse and carriage, and it's an awesome stage. Very simple. So let's get into it. Now what we're going to do here as soon as we gain control of Richter is we're going to walk to the very edge of this square platform that he starts on, and we're going to jump and whip Death and then jump and whip him again. Might take a little practice to get both of those hits in. Just like that. And now nothing else you do here matters. You're not going to save any time or anything. You can kill this skull or you can let it hit you. It doesn't matter. Doesn't waste any time either way. Holy Gonzo! Okay, let's make a save state here. Okay, so it's worth noting that on this stage, these skeletons are random. They don't have a set pattern, so the way they spawn is completely random. So you'll kind of have to adjust your backflips and movement on the fly in order to deal with them. It's also worth noting that we want to pick up the heart in this torch and the axe in this torch. So let me show you what this screen looks like. Jump, backflip, backflip, backflip. Jump forward and get this heart, jump, backflip. Now because of the pattern, I'm going to have to turn around and get that axe. And then we're just going to continue moonwalking and backflipping. So one more time, jump, backflip over him, get the heart, turn, backflip, get the axe, backflip, backflip, backflip. Now here, we're going to jump on the stairs and use that to get up. Now, what I did here, crap. What I did here is right from the start, we're going to jump right about here on the stairs. And then I hit diagonal up and right plus jump to jump up higher. Also, you have to hold up or you don't or you don't get on the stairs. And then I just jump this way and go up the stairs. Okay? So one more time for this screen. We're going to jump, jump, jump straight up, and walk up. So, once more with feeling from the beginning. Excuse me. Jump, jump, jump straight up. Okay? Now, let's practice this next screen. Okay. So on this next screen, don't go up there yet. I'm going to show you what I do. It's mostly just backflipping, and one time we're going to turn around and throw an axe to hit a candle to get hearts. So I'll go through it one time, and I'll try to explain. So we're going to backflip off the stairs, backflip over him, backflip. Backflip, jump and throw the axe, turn around again, and we're going to backflip the rest of the way. Backflip right over that enemy and down the stairs. Let me show one more time here, because it'll take a little bit of practice to get used to how I do this, but it's the fastest, most efficient way. And if you get your backflip whip canceling down and your moonwalking, then you'll pick this up in no time. So we're going to backflip off the stairs when we get up there. Backflip, backflip, backflip. Turn and throw the axe. Turn the other way. Backflip the rest of the way home. Okay. So here we're going to walk down, drop off the stairs. Same thing here. Walk down, drop off the stairs. We're going to hit this wall so that we can jump over here. And this is the alternate path of this stage that we're going to take. This is the fastest way to go through the game. So that's obviously why we're doing it. Now, in this section, we're going to jump onto this table coming up and land backwards. And we're going to do a little stutter step to juke the enemy so that we could get the pattern we want out of him. So we're going to jump and whip the other way. Little stutter step, backflip, backflip. Okay, and then we're going to go down that hole. Well, let me show you what happens if you don't do it right. See, he slows down like this. Now, you can still get around him like that. It's just a little more difficult. See, that pattern actually worked pretty good. But to be safe, I like to come here, do a little stutter step, backflip. From here, we're just going to jump forward and break these blocks, turn around, and backflip all the way to the door. Bam. Okay, now this screen. The strat on this screen is difficult to get used to at first. We're going to go up and get the holy water, and then we're going to go up and get some hearts, and we're going to have to do a backflip onto a bucket and then jump up to the door. So I'm going to demonstrate the way it's supposed to be done first, and then I'll show you an easier way to do it as well. So you come in here, you're going to jump right up here and get this holy water. Then you're going to jump up here, get these hearts, and see, I missed it. It's worth noting that it's even worth delaying an extra second right here just to make sure you get onto that bucket. And then you jump up here to the door. An easier way to do it, though, is to just not do the backflip. You could still go over and get these hearts. And then you could just go this way. It wastes a little bit of time, but it's not that much time. And we're on to our stage 1 boss, the water snake. Not to be confused with 2 snake. Probably a relative, though. So, you can see him coming up in the bottom of the water there. He looks like an earthworm. This boss is completely random as far as where he spawns from. Usually you can work with what he gives you, but at the same time, sometimes he'll give you something that's just really hard to work with. And our goal here is, when he pops up from the screen, we want to whip him one time, and then we want to jump into his body to take damage afterwards. And the reason that is we want to end the stage with as little health as possible, because the game actually counts down your health at the end of a stage. So the lower your health is at the end of a stage, the faster your countdown, the more time you save. it's also worth noting when you defeat bosses in this game, they will do a Desperation Attack that does more damage to you. These attacks, you always want to get hit by them because they do damage to you, but they won't kill you, with the exception of one boss, and that's Shaft in Stage 6, but we'll get to him when we get to him. So yeah, our strat here is going to be whip the snake, jump into him. He's going to pop up again. You're going to whip him and jump into him, and then I'll show you what to do from there. So let's just let's go through it one time. Hopefully he gives us a good pattern. Also, I'm at full health, so I'm going to try to take an extra hit. Whip, jump into him, and extra hit. Whip, jump into him. As soon as he goes down, holy... Oh. I'm used to playing on PS4. It's a different button to... It's a different button to do your item crash in this one. It's triangle on PS4. Alright, let's try that again. Whip, jump into him. Whip, take some damage. Item crash. We're going to crouch here, get hit, jump and whip, and whip. He's going to pop up one more time. See, that was a bad spawn. So if he does that, you're just going to have to get him like that. And then is the Desperation Attack. And that's the end of the stage. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. In this game, when you get hit by something, if you're crouching, you don't take knockback. And that's extremely important to keep in mind. There's a lot of areas where that's going to come into play. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about that. There's some areas where you're going to take damage and you need to crouch so you don't get knocked back. Stage 2 is a prime example, but we'll get there in a minute. So one more time for the boss fight. Whip, jump into him. Whip, jump into him. As soon as he goes down, item crash. Crouch, jump whip, crouch whip. He's going to pop back up. One more hit to finish him. We're going to take his Desperation Attack. And I like to get away from him because it causes a lot of lag. So the faster you get him off screen, it stops lagging. Grab our orb, and that's it for stage 1. Pretty easy stage. Okay, stage 2. So for stage 2, the first thing we're going to do is get the axe. And we're going to carry the axe for quite a few stages until we get the Bible in stage 4. There's a couple backup axes, and I'll show you where they're at, but we want to get it in this stage and try to keep it. On this screen, there are skeletons, there's bone towers, and there's birds, and what they all do is random. Especially the birds, they can really jack you up if they if they really go on one and want to be a champion. The bone patterns, the only way they really mess you up is if they shoot a fireball that chases after you, and that can mess you up. The skeletons themselves, they have 2 patterns. One where they jump at you, and the other where they dash at you. What we're looking for is the dash pattern, because then we could backflip right over them and not deal with it. If they jump at you, you're going to backflip over them anyway, but you're going to take damage. And I'll show you what I mean here. So, first up, we're going to jump and get this heart. Jump, whip that skeleton, jump, whip him again. Get the axe, get this heart, turn around, and start backflipping. But here comes our first skeleton. That's the bad pattern. And that's the good pattern. Alright, good. I was able to show them both off. We're going to try to get this heart right here. And that's that screen. For this screen, there's a Gargoyle coming up. And he's a pain in the butt. He's got a couple different patterns he could do. And every runner has different ways of doing it. Just Defend deals with the Gargoyle different than I do. So it's kind of best to figure out your own way you want to deal with him. But I'm going to show you how I deal with him. So let's reload our state here. We're going to jump forward, backflip, backflip. Walk to the edge, backflip. Okay. You see when I land here, the gargoyle reacts to me. Now, he can either go up, like he just did, he can move to the right, or he can go down below me. If he goes down below me, that's absolutely the best thing, because then I could just keep moonwalking and backflip to the next pillar. If he goes up like this, I'm going to turn around and throw an axe. If he moves to the right, you're just going to turn around and whip. Simple as that. Actually, that worked out really good. Let's just kill these guys real quick. So, after passing the gargoyle, which is right here, we're going to go over one more time, and then we want to go down here and land on this boat. And this will carry us to the next section. But let's take a look at the gargoyle one more time. That's the good pattern. Backflip, come down here. Now this is the next thing I want to discuss, is when you land on this boat, you can whip. And whipping cancels the text box and allows you to start walking. And when you start walking, it actually moves the boat forward. So I'm going to show you what happens if you don't. Okay, so let's just save right here. If you don't whip, I'm trying to move right now. I can't do anything. I got to wait for him to stop. If I whip when I land, I can immediately start walking and move that boat forward. A couple things about the boat. Be careful. You can't walk as far forward as you think you can. However, the further forward you are on the boat, the sooner the screen transition happens when you get to it. So you want to be as far forward as you can. So what I do is I try to make sure the tip of the boat is still in front of Richter's shin. So like right there. Now for this section. This is a pain in the butt. You're going to have a whole bunch of fishmen spawning from underneath you, and one hit and they will knock you off the boat if you're not crouching. So we want to be crouched here this whole time. So what I do is I crouch right next to the ferryman so that the tip of his oar is actually touching Richter's shoulder. And it's a good position because while crouching, you could turn around and back the other way to avoid fishmen. You'll see what I mean here. And you'll get a feel for which ones are going to hit you and which ones are not. But this is what I do. I literally sit right here by the ferryman, and I react to what I see. If I get one that spawns too close to me that's going to hit me, I turn the other way like that. Oh, that one did hit me. Now that this part's done, we're going to come up to the front and crouch, because they're going to spawn like crazy now. And that gives me room to walk back a little bit if I have to. And that's it. We're going to come up to the edge here. And bam. That's stage 2. Save a state right there. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss out on anything for stage 2 here. No, I covered everything in my notes. Okay. So, for stage 3, I wrote down that we must have the axe, and in my opinion, you do, because we're going to fight a mini-boss that you could take him out with one axe. Without the axe, he tends to be a pain in the butt. But there is a backup axe, and I'm going to show you that real quick right now, just in case you happen to die on the boat and lose your axe. So, we'll pick up the dagger. We'll say we lost our axe. If you come over here and go up these stairs, and I don't think a lot of people know about this, you could push this tombstone out of the way, and it's a secret room. And if you come over here, there's your backup axe. There's a 1-up, there's a heart. I don't actually remember what's on this side. Holy water, stopwatch, cross. So literally pretty much any weapon you could want except for the Bible. And when you come back, you're right below where you went in. Okay? So there's your backup axe for this stage if you lost it. Another thing to note, these mudmen here, their spawns are random. They can spawn anywhere in that mud pit. And there's one on 2 screens ahead as well. There's a mudman pit. And Sometimes you can react to what they do. Sometimes you're going to jump right into them and take damage. And you just got to react the best way you can. So I'm going to show you how I start this stage. We're going to jump and turn around, backflip over this bat. Backflip over the pit, backflip, backflip, walk, backflip and kill that tombstone. Backflip, backflip. Now this is the mini boss. What we're going to do is we're going to come all the way to the left side, and we're going to hold our whip button down so we can moonwalk. And we're going to wait until probably like most of his mouth is down from the top of the screen, and then we're going to moonwalk to the other side of the screen and jump and throw an axe at him. Now, jump, throw the axe. I didn't mean to get hit there, but one more time from the start. Jump, backflip. Backflip, backflip, backflip. Walk down, backflip, backflip, backflip. Now, we're going to hold our moonwalk here, hold our whip down, wait for his mouth to be down, jump and throw the axe. Now, for this next section, there's a couple different strategies. I know what Just Defend does when I was watching him, and a couple other runners as well. They will jump here and throw an axe immediately. I was off, but it'll deal with that bat. Just like that. And it'll also possibly take a Mudman with him. And that's fine. It's a good strat. The way I do it, I think it's faster, as long as you get a good Mudman pattern. So I'm going to show you what I do. Turn around. Oh. Turn around, walk down, backflip. Sink a little bit, jump, jump, get this heart, turn around, jump, backflip, door. That's the way I do it. If you want to do it the other way, that's a little bit safer. See, that was a bad spawn. Nothing we could really do about that. Get the heart, jump and turn around, backflip, door. Either way is fine. Save a state here. This guy coming up is a jerk. I like to call him Kung Lao because he reminds me of Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. But, he will mess your stuff up, dude. He does a lot of damage, and he's a pain to deal with. The strat to getting past him is to jump right in front of him so that he will actually react and jump over you. And I'm going to show you that right now. Jump. He jumps right over you. Going to take out that skeleton, and we're going to go up these stairs. There's a faster way to do it with a backflip, but the timing's a little tighter. You're going to land your backflip, and you're going to slide right under him. See, he didn't do it. I'm not 100% consistent with doing it this way. There it is. Backflip, backflip, backflip. Kill that skeleton, and we're going to go up the stairs. Now, this next section. At the top of these stairs, there's a bone pillar. And as I said before, the bone pillars are random. All you can do is hope he gives you a good pattern where he doesn't cover you in fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up, jump over here, jump up, and throw an axe at that first one, okay? See, that's a bad pattern because I would have got hit. Then you're going to fall down, and you're going to break that one. Afterwards, we're going to fall into this hole. But one more time. Jump up here, throw an axe, walk down, jump and whip that, fall straight down. You're going to backflip here, moonwalk, and when you get to the right side of this spike, you want to make sure you're on the right side. You're going to jump, and it'll boost you into that door. Okay? One more time. Jump up, throw an axe, walk down. You get hit here, but it doesn't do damage. Get hit by that spike, and we're through the door. Okay, and now it's time for Dough Gather. So what we're going to do here, I jump here, backflip, backflip, backflip right into the hole. And we're going to go down these stairs. If you took a lot of damage, safety meat right here. Okay? So let's go down here. I like to stand right here to start this fight. you can see that the edge of the platform is like right in between Richter's feet. And we're going to start off by whipping him as many times as he'll let us. And I say that because he's random. So his movements and his attacks, they're never going to be the same. So we're going to whip him as many times as he'll let us before he inevitably usually moves upward. And then we're going to finish him with axes. And since we have more than 21 axes, we could double shot burn him down with these axes. So let's make a save state right here. And I'll show you the fight. See, that was bad. That was bad on me. Okay, it's also worth noting for him, sometimes he can go up so far in the ceiling that you cannot hit him at all. His hurt box will literally disappear off the top of the screen. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. So one more time with the fight. There we go. Now we're going to take as much damage as we can to lower our health. And that's stage 3, guys. Welcome to stage 4. This stage is a little rough as far as movement goes. It takes a lot of practice to get through this first screen correctly. But I promise you it feels good as hell when you finally pull it off. So, I'm going to go through the first screen the way I do and try to explain it as I go. And then I'll try to break it down slower. So we're going to jump and turn around, backflip, 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 slide. Jump, jump again. Turn around, backflip, backflip, slide. Jump, jump again. I know it looks like you're going to get hit by the frogs, but you're safe. Slide, walk to this top step, jump, turn around, backflip, backflip. And that's the door. Now I know that was probably extremely difficult to follow and keep up with. So let's try and go through slower. First we're going to jump and turn around. Backflip, backflip, backflip and slide. Sometimes that happens. These frogs can spawn down here. Now you're going to jump on the stairs and jump right off and turn around. Backflip, backflip, backflip and slide. Jump on the stairs, jump off and turn around. Backflip, backflip, backflip and slide. Now for this part, in order to do this right, you're not going to be able to jump up to the top stair. So you're going to jump on the stairs and walk up 1 or 2, depending on how low you land. And then you're going to do your jump and turn around for your backflips. Backflip. Oh, see, I was too low. God damn these birds. Okay, there we go. So we're going to jump, walk up, turn around, backflip, backflip. One more time, because this screen is rough. Turn around, backflip, 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 slide. Jump, jump off, turn around, backflip, 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 slide. Jump, jump, turn around, backflip, 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 slide. Jump, walk up, turn around, backflip, and backflip home. It's pretty much the same repeating pattern over and over again, but it can be a little tough to get used to the movement. So, let's see. Backup axe. This candle right here that I get a heart from, that's a backup axe. And you 125% need the backup axe on this level, or you need the axe on this level, because that allows us to get the Bible sub-weapon in the boss room, which we will use for the rest of the game. So since I already have the axe, that's going to drop a big heart for me, and you're going to want to get that big heart. But if you don't have the axe, you can pick it back up right there. Now, this part up here, these skeleton spawns are completely random, and usually you can get between 1 and 5 if you're moving optimally through here. It all depends. These frogs on the top here, they're in the same place every time, though. Skeletons are random, and they don't always spawn. Frogs are always in the same place, and they are always there. So something to keep note of. They're also a pain in the butt. So yeah, we don't have to worry about picking anything up over here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the movement. We're going to get this heart, jump, turn around, backflip, backflip. Kill this skeleton, walk under, backflip, backflip. Kill him, backflip, backflip. Backflip, backflip, backflip. You're basically just going to backflip up to the frogs and walk under them, and then continue backflipping. Turn around and kill the skeletons when you have to. And that's the end of the screen. Now, like I said, you can get anywhere between 1 and 5 skeletons that'll spawn on this bridge. The less you get, the more time you save, the better. But it's random, so it is what it is. So one more time. Get the heart, turn around, backflip, backflip, kill this guy. Walk under, backflip, backflip, walk under, kill him. Walk under, backflip, kill him, turn around, backflip, backflip, backflip. So we got like every single spawn. Backflip, backflip. So yeah, that's basically the gist of the screen. You're going to backflip until you either have to walk under a frog or until you have to turn around and whip a skeleton. At which point you're going to turn back around and get back to your backflip. If it's a frog, you can hold your whip and just moonwalk under him so you can get right back into backflipping again. If it's a skeleton, you got to turn around and whip him. So I jump forward and turn around so that I'm back in backflip position after I kill a skeleton. Okay. Now this screen. This screen's a nightmare. On this screen, you're going to have birds dropping flea men everywhere. And the crouching to take damage is really going to come into play here, because if one's going to drop on you, you want to crouch and let it hit you, because that way you don't get knocked back. And you could just take that bump and then go right back to your backflips again. There's one heart on this screen that's optional. I try to get it just to have as many hearts as I can. But I'll show you what I do, and I'll show you how I react to the flea men. You can also use your axes too if you need to. So I'm going to jump down and turn around, and we're going to start our backflips. After you get past this tree, I like to get that heart. Throw an axe if you want. See, these are good spawns because they're all spawning behind me. So as long as I keep up my backflips, I'm in good shape. So let's try that again and see if we can get a different pattern. Like that one. I was jumping for the heart though, so I couldn't crouch. Crouch, take your damage, start your backflip again. Taking a little bit of damage is actually okay, because then you actually will save time on your countdown at the end. Okay, we're on to the boss screen. One thing to note that someone pointed out to me today, actually. Shoutouts to Just Lee Belmont. There's a holy water here. So if you have no axe to deal with this and get the Bible, you can actually pick up that holy water, and you can use the item crash, the Hydro Storm, to hit the candle in the boss room and still get the Bible. So not the optimal way to do it, but if you're, if you're running out of options and you want that Bible, that's a good way to look at it. Up here, there's a heart we want to get, and right here, if you need it, safety meat. So, important. So, I'll show you how I move through this room. Oh, jeez. I forgot to make a save state. That's okay. You see, I crouched there to take that hit from that flea man. And you really don't lose too much time or momentum taking that tiny bump like that. But a knockback's going to cost you a lot of time. Okay, for this room, here's what I do. I like to walk up and jump onto the stairs, jump up the stairs, and then we're going to jump off the stairs and turn around, do 2 backflips, and get the heart into the boss room. So jump on, jump up, jump and turn around, backflip, backflip, get the heart. Okay? One more time. Jump on, jump up, jump and turn around. Backflip, backflip, get the heart. Okay, let's learn how to fight Dogether. Or, Dullahan, I'm sorry. We're going to jump and throw the axe and get the Bible. How I just landed there is important. You want to land backwards when you pick up the Bible because the sub-weapon you're getting rid of comes out of your backside. He just poops it out right there, dude. So, you want to get it backwards so that the axe goes out of your way and not in your way where you're trying to fight the boss. So, bam. You're going to want to stand right about here. The spacing doesn't need to be perfect, but I usually try to line like Richter's body up with the bricks that are sticking out from the wall there. So the strat for this fight, we're gonna whip twice. Oh geez, sorry about that. Jump and get the Bible backwards. We're gonna stand here. When he puts his spear down, whip twice. Man, why does it keep eating that input? Jump and throw the Bible. Okay, that's the first part. Whip twice, neutral jump, throw the Bible. Wow. Jump and throw the Bible. Jump up, walk into his spear. And that's not the pattern I wanted. There we go. Whip 6 times. Throw the Bible. Man, that, that should not have been that hard for me. The thing is, I'm playing on emulator, and I'm not used to it, so there's a little bit more input lag than usual. We'll deal with it, though. So again, when he drops his spear down, we're going to whip twice, and we're going to neutral jump and throw a Bible. Then we're going to jump up on the platform, and then walk down into his attack. After that, you whip 6 times and throw a Bible again. So here we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Bible. And the way this works is because that head curses me, it slows me down. And not only does it slow me down, but it slows the Bible down as well. So you get way more hits on this boss with the Bible than you're intended to. And basically just breaks him. And that's the fight. One more time. Whip twice. Jump and throw the sub-weapon. Jump out of the way. Walk into him. Whip 6 times. Bible. And that's the fight, guys. But yeah, most important thing for sure is get that Bible from that candle up top with the axe. Okay, save state here. Okay, there's different ways to do this first screen. I personally think the way I do it is the fastest. It's definitely way harder than the other way. So I'm going to show you the way I do it first. And it's going to require a delayed backflip. Because if you don't delay it correctly, you're going to fall in the water and die. And that's basically the hardest part about it. So I'll show you what I do here. We're going to jump forward and start backflipping. Backflip over this guy, jump up here, turn around, backflip again. Max delay backflip. Backflip again. 4 backflips right here. Walk a little bit, backflip over him, backflip over him. That's how I do it. That's very hard, and it takes a lot of practice. Super worth learning, in my opinion, though, because it's fast. Again, turn around, Start backflipping. Backflip over this guy. Jump up. Backflip again. Max. Whoop. Sorry about that. Jump up. Backflip. Max delay backflip. And that wasn't a max delay backflip. Also right there, for that jump, I neutral jump and then hold left, so I don't jump too far to the left and into the water. Turn around, backflip, delayed backflip, backflip. 4 backflips in a row here. Walk a little bit. Oh. Walk a little bit, backflip again, backflip again. Now, for an easier way, if I can remember how to do it, because it's been a while. Bible, walk right through him. Jump over and just backflip over this guy. You could also throw a Bible there, but I threw it too early. So let's try that again. Jump up here, turn around, do a backflip, throw the Bible. Backflip over him. There you go. And that's an easier way to get through. Much easier than the way I do it, mind you. It's slower in my opinion. But you can, you know, pick your poison here. Okay, there we go. Okay, first things first here, there's a heart right there. We're going to want to get it. I usually just jump forward and grab the heart. Next up, you could choose to kill this archer that's coming up, and it's a lot easier. I personally don't. What I do from here after I grab this heart, I jump and turn around, backflip over his arrow, backflip over him, backflip again. Sometimes he'll shoot an arrow at you and you're going to have to whip it. And then you're going to go down. If you want to, though, you can just as easily get the heart and just kill him. There's also another heart here if you really want it. Okay? We're going to go down. From here, what I like to do is jump off and turn around, backflip, and then you drop down here. There's safety meat here. If you took any hits at all on the first screen, I recommend getting this safety meat because the screen on the top deck that's coming up is very difficult, and the more health you have, the better your chances of survival. So, over here, we're going to do a backflip over this guy, and now it's Troll Sword time. So, you see the pattern Troll Sword gave me, and he's called Troll Sword because of why you think. He trolls the crap out of you. You cannot kill him with sub-weapons. You have to wait till he comes down so you can whip him. And I had a chance there and I missed. But you can see how much damage you could potentially take here. This is a major run killer when you're when you're running on good pace. The best thing to do, though, if he doesn't come down right away, jump and throw your sub-weapon. Because it can at least take out all these other weapons. Bam. And then you get the Troll Sword. Sometimes he's nice and comes down right away for you to hit him. Usually not. So if he goes up in the ceiling, jump and throw a Bible so you can take those other weapons out and you don't have to deal with taking damage from them. Okay, so let's save here. From here, we're going to keep backflipping. And we're going to get here. I like to jump and throw a Bible here to deal with this guy. And then I will just jump over and whip the other two. So we're going to jump and throw a Bible. 1, 2, 3. Also, make sure you crouch when you're whipping those guys, because they can fire off a shot. And if they do, and you crouch, it will miss. Next section. The painting. This painting is notorious, especially for new players. Come on, dude. Because of that. If he touches you, it's instant kill. So yeah, this is how we deal with him. Throw a Bible, let it hit twice. Whip him twice. Throw another Bible and let it hit twice. If you don't have a Bible, you could just jump whip him 8 times, I believe it is. Simple to deal with. Okay, for this section, now you could very easily just come up here. Well, he might hit you sometimes. Okay, well, I never come this way, so maybe you want to wait for that shot first. And then kill this guy and go up the stairs. What I do, I turn here, do a backflip, and just jump up the stairs. However you want to do it is fine. You could also whip whenever you land up here. And get rid of that guy if you're nervous. I just backflip up and move on. This top section is the worst part of this entire game. What we're going to do here, I'm going to show you a couple different strats. I'm going to show you the way I do it, and I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. Now, the easy way is going to require more hearts, so that's worth noting. You know, it is what it is, though. You just might have to waste a little more time after that to collect some more hearts. So, what we're going to do here... Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's save right here. This next screen has these giant armor knights on it, and we're going to optimally damage boost past them. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But it's also filled with birds everywhere. More birds. They're horrible. Once they get on you, they will probably cause you to die. So don't be afraid to throw a Bible at the birds to clear them out if they're surrounding you. So let's get up here. I like the backflip here. Backflip, backflip, damage boost. Now, it's important that you don't try to whip when you do that backflip for the damage boost, because it will screw up your damage boost and you'll probably get hit the other way. You just want to backflip and let him land on the armor knight and go the other way. Okay? Oh, there's a bird being a jerk. Boost. And I didn't get the boost. Backflip here, backflip, backflip, backflip with no whip. Backflips. Oh, these birds. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Now I can't do the last boost. This screen is a run wrecker. And a lot of my runs rip to this stage and on this screen. One more damage boost here. Okay, right here. This is the leap of faith coming up. There's a hard way to do this and an easy way. But first, I'm going to show you the easy way to do this front section. If you come up here, 1, 2, Bible, and just walk right through them. Lots of lag, lots of slowdown, but it's easy. 1, 2, oh geez. You don't want to get that. I'm going to spend a lot of time here because this screen is so important. One, two, throw the Bible. Okay, now right here. If you do a max delay backflip from this ledge, you can land on that ledge over there, and that's faster. Of course, sometimes that happens and birds spawn. If that happens, or if you just want to play it safer, I like to come down here. There's an extra heart here if you need it. And we're going to come up here and kill this guy and go through the door to the boss. So, easy strat. Whip the armors twice and throw a Bible at him. Harder strat is the damage boost. And if you're going for the damage boost, you want to make sure you don't try to whip cancel your backflip when you land on the armor, or it will boost you the wrong way. Leap of Faith. Let me see if I can try and do it one more time here. There it is right there. And when you land it, you want to turn around and jump to whip that guy so you don't get shot. So let me go through here one more time the way I do it. Jeez, look at this jerk. Damage boost. Do your backflips. No whip. Just the backflip on him. And another way to play it safe is to just kill this last one. Because it'll also take out the harpies that are here too. Bam! And we're in there. And here we are to the death fight. The worst fight in the whole game. The hardest fight in the whole game. Probably the coolest fight in the whole game though, but... You'll definitely get beat on a lot here. First of all, there's safety meat. Unless you're really cocky and confident, I highly recommend you get this meat. What I like to do from the start of this screen is I jump up and not throw a Bible. Oh, jeez. Keep forgetting to make save states. Sorry, guys. Birds are jerks. Okay. Now let's make a save state. Okay, so what I like to do here is I jump and turn around, whip, get the meat, jump up, and I start climbing the stairs. I'll show you the stair climb in a minute though. That has a heart in it. If you lost your Bible and you need something, there's a holy water here. There's a cross here. Either one will work. I think the cross helps more in Phase 1. I think the holy water is a little easier for Phase 2. But that's just my opinion. There's a heart here. There's a dagger there. Nobody ever wants the dagger. And there's a heart there. Okay? I like to have at least 20 hearts for this fight, going into this fight. You can see we already got 23, so I'm not worried about it. So I'm just going to show you how we climb up. Get the meat. Start jumping up. Okay. And now this is death. I'm going to try my best to explain this to you, but this fight is very, very hard. For Phase 1, he's going to spawn sights all over the place, and it's just going to be a giant pain to try to dodge them. Death himself does not have a hitbox during this phase. So if you jump into Death, you will not take damage. It's just his sights. I like to start on this left platform. And usually what I'll try to do is jump off it towards him to get a hit in, and then I'll move to the middle platform and do the same thing. Jump off and try to get a hit in. And I'll usually try to go back and forth between these platforms. If at any time Death flies below the stage, you want to try to keep whipping him as he comes up, because that'll keep him trapped below the stage, and it'll also keep him from spawning sights up where you're at. And that's basically the God RNG. Doesn't happen often, but if it happens, it's something to note. If he goes below the stage, you want to keep whipping him as he's trying to come back up, because it'll keep him trapped down there and make your life a hell of a lot easier. But okay, let's see what we can get here. And I missed already. Oh, jeez. This is basically my strategy for this. I keep trying to find ground so I can jump over the sights and hit Death. Sometimes he'll fly a little closer to you. Oh, there he goes under. I'm not going to be able to keep him trapped. Ah. Oh, wow, that hit. Yep. This might take a couple tries, guys, because a lot of runs rip to death. Let me just put it that way. Also, let me just get an extra heart here, because if you find yourself in a jam, you can throw the Bible and to clear out sights. I try not to because I don't want to waste hearts, but it can get you out of a jam. So it's something to take note of. Let's make a save state here. See how he's trapped under there? Okay. That's the end of phase 1. Okay? I'm going to show you how to deal with phase... well, this is an in-between phase, okay? So, Death's going to go up and he's going to throw giant green skulls. Usually you can moonwalk and it will not be a problem. Sometimes he throws them crazy, though, and sometimes you get hit. And when that happens, he'll start over and throw 4 more until you stop getting hit. So, big time loss if you get hit. Okay. One more time. There we go. That's usually how it goes. Now we're going to pause right here because I want to be able to show you 2 strats. The first strat I'm going to show you is the new strat that I learned from Just Defend. And this kill is really sick and it's really fast. And this is the one you want to go for if you have the health, because you have to take damage for this to work. So I'm going to show you this one first. As soon as he goes off the screen, we're going to whip buffer and then throw the Bible. Whip, throw the Bible. Turn around, hold your moonwalk. Crouch. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was too close. Let's try that again. After you throw the Bible, you're going to turn around and whip and hold your button to moonwalk. Crouch for the hit. 1. Man. Come on, Death. Playing with my emotions, bro. There it is. That's the ideal kill. So one more time for that kill. Whip buffer, throw. Turn around, start moonwalking. Crouch, take the hit. 1, 2. I whipped too soon, that's why. Die. Okay, you get the gist. I'm having a really hard time doing this fight on the emulator, so I apologize. Now I'm going to show you the other way to do it. And this is the way you want to do it if you don't have enough health to take the bump. After he goes off screen, same thing. Whip buffer, throw the Bible. Whip him, walk forward, 1, 2, 3, jump and throw a Bible again. One more time. This is the method if you don't have the health. Whip, throw the Bible. Walk backwards, whip him again. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Throw the Bible. Okay? And that's death. It's worth noting here, if you don't have the Bible for Phase 2, you could do something similar with the Holy Water. What I'll do is, after he goes up off the screen, I'll whip buffer and throw a Holy Water down, and I'll do the same setup. The only part that changes is the end, because you're not going to be able to jump and throw the Bible to kill him for the final hit. So you're going to have to back up and let him land, and then you're going to have to whip him down. Also, if you don't have the Bible, the cross can be very helpful in Phase 1 for clearing out sites. So just a few things to note. And that's stage 5. The worst stage in the game, the hardest. And now we get to watch anime for 2 minutes. I usually like to use this time to go to the bathroom. Oh man, I was gone too long. I missed Long Arm Dracula. None. Okay, so we're going to come into stage 6 now. And stage 6 is a pretty cool stage because, well, it's not really a stage at all. It's more one room and then the boss room where you're going to fight all of the CV1 bosses in succession. And then you're going to fight Shaft himself. So for starters, let me make a save state here. First thing to note, if you lose the Bible, this is the only backup Bible in the run. It'll be right there where that heart is, okay? Important to note. So if you lose the Bible, that is the only backup Bible. So for this room, what I like to do is I'll jump, whip, jump up on the stairs, and jump off, okay? And then I'll start backflipping this way. If you are desperate for hearts, there's some more hearts right there. These are all just different sub-weapons, so if you lose, you know, whatever weapon, there they are. However, what you really want to do is get that Bible out of the bottom there. And there's more hearts here. So this is how I move through this. Jump, back, come on. Jump, backflip, jump up on the stairs, jump off, backflip, backflip. That was supposed to be a backflip. Okay. And then we go in the boss door. Okay, so I'm going to save state for each one of these bosses so I can show you the way to do it. First up is the Vampire Bat. I like to stand right where you see me right now. It doesn't have to be perfect, but around this area. The Vampire Bat and Shaft are the only two enemies here that are random. The rest of them are pretty set in stone what they're going to do. I'm going to show you the strategy for the bat that usually works out. Not always, but usually works out. So let's see if we can get it in. Okay. As soon as his health's full, we're going to jump and throw a Bible and walk him this way. And then you're going to jump and throw a Bible this way. Oh, he's one hit away. There we go. You're going to want to collect all these hearts as well. Let's do it again. Jump straight up, throw the Bible, and walk him this way so he follows you. There you go. If you have good luck with his movement, then you will you'll get him with 2 Bibles. You won't even have to whip him at all. But it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, for Medusa, we're gonna whip her 3 times, and then we're gonna jump forward and throw a Bible. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna jump back after her, and we're gonna have to duck under her paralysis shot. And then the rest is just whipping her down. So let me demonstrate. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Really, dude? 1, 2, 3. Jump, throw the Bible. Jump, whip, duck. Whip, 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 whip. Take that crouch hit and whip her down. Okay? One more time. 1, 2, 3. Jump and throw the Bible. Whip. Crouch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Medusa's pretty easy. As long as you don't miss your 3rd whip like I did like 3 times. Next up is going to be Mummy. For Mummy, Mummy's incredibly easy. We're going to whip preferably 9 times. Crouch whip 9 times. Sometimes you can only get 8, but we're going to go for 9. When he summons his blocks, we're going to jump up on him and throw a Bible, because the Bible will clear out all of the mummy wrappings that would normally be filling up the screen. After that, you jump down and whip him a few more times, and he's dead. Also, the mummy drops safety meat, and you should get it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jump and throw the Bible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's dead. And safety meat. One more time for Mummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jump and throw the Bible. I didn't jump. Still effective though. It's fine. Oh, I already picked up the meat. Nice. Next up is going to be Frankenstein. I like to stand with my back foot touching this pillar, or right next to it. And I'll go through and fight him. We're going to whip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump whip. 1, 2, 3. Jump Bible. 1, 2, 3. Take the crouch. 1. Jump and hit. Finish him off. So most of these fights are really just knowing how many times to whip and when to throw your Bibles and when to dodge. It's not too bad, it's just practice. So again, 4 whips to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jump and whip. 1, 2, 3. Jump and throw the Bible. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Oh. Do it the way I did it the first time. Okay, next up is Shaft. Shaft is also random. So, right off the bat, he can either jump to the left or jump to the right. Ideally, we want him to jump to the left, but he's going to do what he wants to do. I'm going to try to do it so that I can show you both patterns, okay? I want to position myself right between the pillar and Shaft, like midway. Let's pause here. We're going to throw a Bible as soon as his second orb spawns. That's not what I meant. Whoa. Stupid emulator. Bible. That's the good pattern. You're going to follow him and jump and whip him. When he does that, you want to throw a Bible to knock the fire away. Next up is lightning orbs. It's really just a duck and weave game. Those are a little harder to dodge. But there you go. Now, this Desperation Attack will kill you if your health is too low. Okay? So, take note of how much damage that does, and don't get hit by it if your health is too low. Let's try to get the other pattern from Shaft. It's basically the same thing, you just don't get the extra Bible hits. There it is. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, my health is too low, so I'm not going to take this hit. But that's basically the gist of Shaft. Whenever he stops to summon his orbs, you want to throw a Bible at him so he takes those hits. And it gives you time to get away. Whoop. Ha! Lol. Missed the orb. Okay, on to stage 7. This bridge is a nightmare casually. And if you don't know how to backflip whip cancel correctly, it's a nightmare for you too. You will get bats that spawn on this bridge. Some of them have swords even. They can spawn behind you or in front of you. Ideally, they will all spawn from the right side of the screen. We're going to try to do this a couple times so I can show you how to react if they spawn on the left side, okay? Also, in this candle right above me, there's an axe. So if you have no sub-weapon and you need something, there's an axe there. Okay? So we're going to jump up here and we're just going to start whip canceling. Now, this guy. There's no way for me to get around him without taking damage, so I'm going to turn around and throw a Bible. And then go back to our backflipping. I'm glad I got a bat with a sword so I can show you what to do there. You'll also notice you'll wipe out these guys behind you with your whip cancels, which is nice. This guy, you can't get around him. Throw the Bible. Get the rosary here to clear the screen. Get the heart here. Now, let's try that one more time. Because sometimes you'll get bats that are floating higher, and you could just moonwalk right underneath of them. And those, like this one, moonwalk right under. Go back to backflipping. Good. Those are the 3 bats that spawn. And here's a bad one. Moonwalk, get the rosary, get the heart. Bam, we're in there. Now, this is the first part of the climb. I believe there's an axe down here if you need a sub-weapon. Yeah, so there's an axe there, but we're not going to get it. So I'm going to demonstrate how I do the climb. Jump and whip this guy, jump up on the stairs, and I missed. Jump up, jump over. Jeez, dude, come on. Jump and throw a Bible up here. Takes out all the skeletons on the screen. We're going to get this heart and then move on to the next screen. So one more time. Jump and whip him. Jump over, jump up and throw a Bible. That's a nice climb. Okay? On the next screen, we're going to do something called the gear skip. I will try to explain it when we get there. But let me show you what to do first. Walk forward. I like to whip this candle and get this heart. We're going to fall down here. Walk forward and jump and whip that person. Okay, this is the gear skip. Sometimes, there it is right there. And that's the backup if you don't get it right away. Let me go again so I can show you. Walk forward, jump, and hit this person, okay? What we're going to do automatically is walk to the left. And if you don't get it the first time, just walk back a little bit and try again. There it was. Make sure you whip on the way down and kill that harpy, or it will be a nightmare. You're going to fall down here. If you need it, there's safety meat right there. So that's important. Because we got some big damage boosts coming up, and you're going to want to have as much health as possible. I didn't mean to do that. Let's start that over. Walk forward, jump, and whip her. There you go. Safety meat's over there, but we're not going to get it. Okay, for this screen, this is the next part of the climb. We're going to jump up on the stairs, jump up here, jump over here, jump up here, and walk up. Jump up, jump up. We're going to kill that skull. Jump up here, jump up here, jump up here, jump up here. Jump up here, jump up here. Now you could do a backflip, and you're going to have to delay it a little bit, but you can get up here. You're not supposed to be able to. So, backflip, backflip. So one more time for this screen. Jump up, jump up. Jump, 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 jump. Whip him down. Jump up here, jump up here. Delay your backflip a little. And there you go. Okay, this is probably the toughest part of the run, in my opinion. Coming up here, we're going to do a damage boost on a knight, and that damage is going to knock us down on top of some stairs. So let me just show you that first. We're going to throw a Bible here and walk through him. Now, you see how I land and I start sliding? What's critical is that you get down these stairs in time to kill that dog before he comes back. And to do so, you don't want to hit down until you're right on top of the stair, okay? Like I was holding down and I don't get it. So basically, you want to wait until he slides right here, and then you want to hold down, drop down, and kill this dog. Okay? So let's try it again. Kill that dog. We're going to do the same damage boost here. We're going to walk up these stairs until Richter's head is directly underneath that second block, okay? What we're going to do here is we're going to hold diagonally up and right, and we're going to do a max delay backflip off the stairs to reach the other platform that you're not supposed to be able to reach. Just like that. Except for you won't get hit, but... So that's the strat there. It saves a ton of time over going the intended route, which is way to the left over there, and then up, and then you got to fall down here and then walk up these stairs. This is probably the hardest trick in this run, in my opinion. Getting the damage boost right, and then getting the stair drop in time to kill that dog, and then getting the max delay backflip. So let's go through the whole thing one more time. Kill that dog. Bible. Take the hit. Jump up on the stairs, line his head up right there. And there we are. Again, max delay backflip will get you up there. If you delay too long, you'll just fall down and those knights are going to jack you up. If you do it too quickly, you just won't make it and those knights are going to jack you up. So this is a hard part of the run. But it's something that's worth practicing. It's a massive time save. The next part to note, when we get up to the top of these stairs, before we get off the stairs, I'm going to hold up left and hit jump. and it's going to give me a large jump off the stairs so that I could land on top of this platform to catch this pendulum as fast as possible. So let me show you that now. If I don't do it, I got to jump up here, and you could still get it. But the way I like to do it to make sure I get it is like that. Okay? So one more time. We're going to hold up and left and hit jump to get off the stairs. Right on over here. Get this heart. And that's it, dudes. Very much worth practicing. Okay, so this is the last room before the boss. There's some interesting stuff here. If you have no sub-weapon at all, there's a dagger. I actually don't remember what's in that candle up there. But there's safety meat right there, if you need health. Shout out to Just Lee Belmont for that one, too, because I forgot all about that. That's a holy water up there. Okay. So, just for the sake of safety, let's get this meat. What else is here? There's some hearts. And you see there's all these different walls that you need to break with certain sub-weapons. This one you need to break with holy water. This one you need to break with the cross. This one you need to break with the axe. And they all have different sub-weapons inside them. So you get the holy water first, and the axe is here. Then you get the axe and the cross is in those ones. Then once you break these ones, there's a stopwatch in there. I've never tried fighting Shaft's Ghost with the stopwatch, but maybe it can work as a backup strat. It's not something I've played around with, though. So, this is the intended movement through here. But let's get this safety meat first. Backflip, up on the stairs. Backflip, down the stairs. Backflip, and door. Okay, now this is a technical fight too, because we're going to try to stun lock him. So let's pause here. We're going to save a state. This is where I like to start this fight from, right on top of this ivy. What's going to happen is Shaft's Ghost, his cloak is going to float down to where we are, and then he's going to spawn and move to the right of me. Initially what I do is throw a Bible to hit him, and the reason I like to throw the Bible is because not only does it hit him, but it will hit the bats that will spawn as well, which can really mess up your combo here. The idea of what we're doing is when you hit Shaft, he will bounce over to the left side, and then when you hit him again, he'll bounce to the right side. If you hit him before he touches the ground, you can continue juggling him back and forth, and he'll never even get an attack off. So I'm going to try to show that off first right now. Because if you start letting this guy get attacks off, it's not a fun time. He summons bone dragons. He summons behemoths. I usually take like 3 steps and whip. Also worth noting, I delay the final hit a little bit so he touches the ground, so I can take damage. That way we lower our countdown. And that's how you do Shaft. Shaft's Ghost. That is the ideal fight. Just to show you, if you screw this up, or if you don't have the Bible to clear out the bats, you can use another weapon like the dagger to hit him. Well, we got really lucky there. Those bats didn't hit me. But if you don't keep him juggling, he does shit like this, which you have to backflip over this way. He summons more bats. There's the bone dragon. That bone dragon can also grab you. See, look, it's so difficult to get him in a juggle again because of the bats. You see what I'm saying? So this fight is winnable without the juggle, but with the juggle, it's so much more manageable. So one more time, let's show off the juggle again. And again, it's like 3 steps and a whip, basically, back and forth. And you just want to tag him right before he hits the ground. And again, on the final hit, I let him touch the ground, so he'll summon the behemoth, and I can take damage, so we get a faster countdown. Just like that. And that's a perfect fight. And we're on to the final stage, guys. We're on to Dracula. Now, I'm going to show you what I normally do here. Oh, sorry. I jump up, jump and turn around, and I just start whipping. You can get some of these hearts if you want, but I normally just backflip right into Dracula's room. A good way to do that without wasting too much time. Okay. However, if you don't have your Bible, you need a sub-weapon. There's a cross right here. The cross isn't a bad weapon to take in. And there's a holy water right here. So, pick your whatever choice you want. We're going to pause right here and make a save state. Okay, let's talk about Dracula. He has two phases. I'm sure you're all familiar with this fight. It's the end of Rondo of Blood and the beginning of Symphony of the Night. The ideal Phase 1 Dracula with Richter is 4 cycles. To do that, we need to properly time a Bible throw to get 3 hits from the Bible, and then a jump whip on his head to get 4 hits for each cycle. The timing is tight. I still miss this in runs. It takes practice. That's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to try to show it off as best as I can. Also worth noting, depending on where he spawns at, depends on how you have to throw the Bible. Because depending on which direction you face, depends on the trajectory, the way the Bible spins out from you. So if he's on the right side of you, you want to throw the Bible standing on the ground. If he's on the left side of you, you have to jump and throw the Bible. And that's how you get the correct trajectory to hit him 3 times. The timing of this, when he teleports and reappears, he will flash a little bit as he's reappearing. You want to throw the Bible just as he's done flashing, so that you start getting those hits the moment his hurt box is available. This might take me a couple tries, but I'm going to do my best to show it off. A little rusty of doing this on emulator, but we're going to go for it. Did I save? Yes. One, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits. Just like that. We have to jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I got 4 on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 3. Okay. So, there you go. That was a 5 cycle. Like I said, ideally we want 4 cycles. That was not 4 hits. Neither was that. Neither was that. Let's try again. Also, it's nice because the Bible wipes out his fire. There was 4 hits. I find it a lot harder to time the ones on the left side where you have to jump. See, that's only 3 hits. 4 hits. It was only 3 again. It's possible to get 4 hits when he does the Hellfire move on the 4th teleport. However, you have to neutral jump and then hold left to get over that first ball and then whip him, like I just did right there. It's hard to do, but you can do it. 4 hits, good. 4 hits, good. That was only 3 hits. We could save it, though. There it was, because I got over the Hellfire. There's a 4 cycle. Now, Phase 2 Dracula. When he spawns, if I have enough hearts, which I do, I like to jump and throw a Bible. And each time, I'm going to try to throw a Bible, because the Bible will get 3 hits on him, and then it will allow you to jump and whip him 2 times. Without the Bible, you can only jump and whip him 2 times, and then he'll jump. At some point, when he's on the left side of the screen, usually, he will do fireballs, a short one, a far one, and then a short one. And if the fight lasts long enough, he also does this like big blue electric wave attack, which you could just duck underneath of. So just things to look out for. Also, the hitbox on this is his head. Whipping any other part will not do anything. Oh, he's doing the fire. And that's Phase 2 Dracula. That's it. And time will end when you grab the orb. There's a nice little ending pose for you. But one more time, let's just let's go back to Phase 2 real quick, and I want to try to show you what happens for that last attack I was talking about. There it comes. You just want to duck under this. There you go. Just so you know, if it happens to come at you, you know how to deal with it. Teabag on Dracula a little bit for being a butthole. And that's Rondo of Blood, guys. This is a fantastic game. Anyone who's ever played it will tell you the game's amazing. You get these awesome, top-notch anime cutscenes. You get amazing music, amazing movement. The game is just fantastic. I really hope this tutorial will help some new runners pick up the game. Also, I'm available at any time. You can hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter name is at it's BRAN Baby, Bebe, ITSBRAN BAY. It's BRAN Baby. You can hit me up on Twitch, twitch.tv/Bran_Belmont. You can hit me up in Discord. Anywhere, really. If you need help with this game, if you're trying to learn something, you're struggling with something, hit me up, and I'm more than happy to help anybody out with anything in this game. The run is fantastic, and I really hope this tutorial helps some of you out. I'd really like to see some new blood come into this game and learn this run, because it's fantastic, and it's a lot of fun. This is the game that got me into speedrunning. I'm an avid speedrunner now. I love it, and this is the game that did it for me. Plus, you get this epic ending every time you get to kill Dracula. And it's even better if you PB when you kill Dracula. So that's going to do it for me, guys. This has been the Castlevania Rondo of Blood Any % tutorial speedrun. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this really helps you out. My name is BRAN Belmont. I'm the current world record holder for this game, and I'll do anything you need to help you learn how to run it. So hit me up anytime. Peace out, dudes.